Hey, Alabama fans, come on in. Let's huddle up and talk about the game with the LSU Tigers. Jessica and I asked you folks to send in a few questions regarding the game, and we got several of them. So let's start right out. Come on, what do you have?
All right, Courtney Christian wants to know what the keys to our secondary containing big plays by Odell Beckham are.
Oh, Courtney, the keys to any secondary containing good receivers in the passing game has a lot to do with the pressure we put on the quarterback from up front, whether our defensive line or our linebackers can get there. And it's a combination of coverage in the secondary, and remains to be seen how we do with this LSU bunch.
All right, well, Adam Spurgeon wants to know, how do you think the Tide D will hold up with Sinceri gone against the LSU offense?
Well, Sinceri's certainly an outstanding safety. He is gone, though. I mean, he's been gone. The guys have stepped up already, and the players that do fill in need to play well. Once again, it's going to be predicated on the overall defense, how the guys in the secondary do.
Okay, and I guess that ties in. Rick Jones was asking how you think Bama's secondary will do against LSU's passing game.
Folks, I promise you, if you don't get past pressure from your defensive front on the quarterback, you're not going to be able to cover the receivers. Not all day long, not all night long. You're going to get somebody open. You need good coverage, good field position by our DBs, but you've got to harass the quarterback. You've got to get in his face.
And that ties in. Lloyd Drum had asked, saying LSU has a top passing quarterback in Mettenberger. Alabama only has 11 team sacks. Do you think Bama can step up their pass rush, or do we need to score a lot of points tomorrow?
I think we need to score a lot of points, but this game historically has not led to a lot of points scored. Both of these teams have good defenses. More importantly is how we do with the football. I'm not worried about LSU's offense. Our defense will be fine.
Okay, well, Margaret Poe Wallace has asked, how does our offense match up with LSU's defense?
Our offensive line has grown throughout the season, has gotten better and better. Our wide receivers, our running game, it's one of the best offenses in the country, in my opinion. I think our offense, A.J. McCarron, is going to do just fine against that LSU defense.
Well, Sean Collins is wondering what position will be the most consequential Saturday night.
Sean, the guys that handle the ball most of the time are always seemingly the most consequential because they're handling the ball all the time. But if you have a running back that puts it on the ground 3 times or fumbles, maybe that turns out to be the most consequential plays. If you have receivers that are dropping passes, if you have a cornerback that falls down, we don't know until after the game. I promise you, we need to play all around good game. We need to do our best and not worry about the other team, you see. It's up to how our Tide plays with penalties, eliminating turnovers, dropped passes, AJ being sharp. It's about us. It's about the Tide. We'll win the game if we play our way.
All right, and a lot of people liked this Mr. Johnny Odell's question. They want to know, why hasn't AJ been mentioned or considered for Heisman potential, and how much more should he do to be considered?
Johnny, AJ absolutely should be considered. Now then, normally this award goes to a guy with big numbers. AJ is a team player. He's on a team that's a national champion 2 in a row, you know. He passes the ball around. He gives it to us. He's a great field general. I don't use that word great a lot of the times. You know, it's rare. AJ does everything that Coach Saban has asked him to do. Now then, do awards get passed out for the best field general in the country? They don't title it that way, you see. So AJ, in my opinion, yeah, is he the best football player in the country? Now then, what are we talking about football player? Player, you know, you're going to the athlete, you're going to the running back that does this, a guy defensive back that plays both ways and something. I don't know. Heisman Trophy, God bless it. It's a great award. AJ certainly should be considered. He is one of the finest players in the country.
I agree. All right. Any final thoughts?
Final thoughts as usual, folks. You go to that stadium, those of you that do, you get behind the Tide. They want to hear you. They need to hear you. You fire them up. Be a part of the game. When LSU has that ball, make all the racket you can, because communication is important out there for both offenses. Our guys as well as theirs. So disrupt them. Be a part of the game and disrupt LSU's offense. All right?
And we'll be tweeting during the game.
Oh, we'll be tweeting during the game, so let's stay in touch, folks. Okay, nice going, covered these questions. Folks, until the Crimson Tide is victorious once again tomorrow night, it's Roll Tide, all right?
Roll Tide.
You be fired up. Ready? Break!